morning. This is Paul from Boating with Latitude Adjustment. Thought I'd do something a little bit different for the videos I've been creating, as we have really still another 2 seasons I got to work on to bring you guys the up-to-date story on Latitude Adjustment as to where we are now. But please, I'll work on those as much as I can and get them out, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when they come out. In the meantime, it is now April 24. It's a cool Monday morning, and woke up about -2 degrees Celsius, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit to about 10. Winds are light, so perfect day for launching Latitude Adjustment for 2024. So I'm getting ready to go up to the marina right now, and excited for this year especially because we've been really working hard on refurbishing and updating Latitude Adjustment over the last 3 years. It's been really kind of a labor of love and headaches, but also some good stuff, and we're really hoping that this year we're going to get the early launch and we're going to be able to enjoy a full summer with all the toys and make some wonderful memories between myself and Tammy. So join me on that. We are also going to be, just a little extra for future episodes, we're going to be bringing our little cats with us. Well, not so little. We have 2 Maine Coons. One is Melvis, he's 24 pounds, and the other is Marty, he's 15 pounds so far. I'll post a picture here of them. But we're going to attempt to bring them on board Latitude Adjustment, and hopefully they'll adjust well and be able to go along on our adventures with us. In addition to that, of course my wife couldn't join me today because she's still working full-time, and I will actually be dipping my toes back into the workforce as well. I will be doing some work for Canadian boating, so it'll be kind of fun being on the pleasure side of boating, but as well dipping my toes into the boating industry. So I'll put some links into the description below so that you can see the best source for news and information of the Canadian boating industry for yourselves. So stay tuned. I'll be at the marina shortly, and we'll go through the launch process. We've made it to the marina. Now, they had to move the boat over from one shop to the other to finish off some last-minute items that I needed them to do, which was doing some prop speed on the running gear, and I'll hopefully can show that in a minute. And we had a couple of portals that needed to be resealed again, so I believe those things were done. Let's go check it out. Yeah, so as I'm mentioning, this is a new shop built about 2 years ago. The lighting is much better. Certainly looks like more room, but let's take a look at Latitude Adjustment. So I said we were supposed to get these forward portals resealed. Okay, it looks like there's no caulking on there, so that's good because we had some leaking when we had some big waves coming in there last season. I've also added a couple more things with our rigging, and let's take a look on the other side here. I mentioned about the prop speed. We had an issue with stray voltage on the boat, and I think we've isolated it, what the problem was, but we're going to have to do some further checks to it once the boat is in the water. But unfortunately we ended up getting some corrosion, and the props in particular, and I can probably pop up a picture here of what they were looking like. They tended to corrode quite a bit, and I'm going to have to replace those for next year, unfortunately. But in the meantime, prop speed seems to be a really good coating that protects, of course, from biologic growth. But my thought was that, well, you know, like it really gets down to the molecular level. Maybe it can help with stray voltage as well. That's my theory anyways. Folks at Prop Speed, when we were in the boat show in Miami, didn't have any evidence to support that. But okay, so they've done the prop speed on the rudder, on the props. We've got our anode cutters on there as well. They did the shaft, so that's all looking good. And let's take a look here. We also have the seaweed system to support the dinghy, and they took that off for winter storage because there was not enough room. I'll have to make sure that everything is back in order for that. And as you can see on the back here too, we don't have the traditional tabs. We actually have zip wake tabs. So that's like a blade that goes up and down very fast, controlled by a computer, and that gives me much better stability, better fuel efficiency, and really for the high amount of windage that this boat catches, helps stabilize it as well. So looking good. Let's get on board and make sure we're ready to launch. I just thought I would mention too that when I mentioned about having additional rigging for the anchor, bridle. So I ended up putting a mantis bridle, and hopefully that will give us a lot better strength at anchoring, and will also help with swaying in the wind. And the other item, and I want to do a shout out for this, was SA Maintenance. Sam and her crew did a wonderful job on bringing this old gel coat back to life. I thought that I might even have to wrap the hull to be able to make it look decent, but her crew, they did a fantastic job on bringing the gel coat back to life. So I'll put a link in the description, and if you'd like to have her work magic on your boat, give her a shout. Okay, coming on board Latitude Adjustment, I just did a few little connections that had to be made with the seaweed system for the dinghy, but that's taken care of now. But going through the rest of the boat, I mean, got to do a little cleaning on the decks, but everything seems to be ready, in order. I've got my fenders out. I've put the battery banks on, so we've got some power to the bridge at this point. And we should be ready to go in about an hour and a half or so from there. So that's all looking good. And then if we head out to the bow, and I got my fenders ready. I've got my ropes ready. Kayaks are just sitting there for now. I'll have to change them around and put them into the magma holders here. But other than that, it's all ready to go. They replaced my anchor roller this morning because that had broken in half after 23 years of usage. And then inside the boat, I've just taken the floorboards off for the main engine access area here, so that when we start up the boat and it's still sitting in the slings partially in the water, then we'll be able to check for any leaks around the seacocks or leaks for coolant running through the engines, etc. But hopefully there shouldn't be anything and it will all go smooth. I expect I'm going to get a little bit of smoke from the diesels. We had some work that had to be done on them last year, and I also ended up putting in some fuel cleaner as well as winter storage, and that seems to have caused some smoke issues from the engine, so hopefully that will burn off. Anyways, stay tuned. Okay, we're starting. Put the trailer in there. A little bit bigger than my old runabout, but the principle is the same.
right, looks like it's loose. Now we'll let them travel over to the left. And there she goes. Getting the sunshine. First time in a while. Okay, let's go over to the swings. Okay, here we go. Off the trailer, onto the drop line. Touching water. Let's get on board and do a few checks and get Well, unfortunately, I got water coming through what appears to be, I guess, the pump for the intake. All right, we're gonna have to have a tech take a look at that.
Come up and see the boys.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get to the dock and see how this works out the first time. And I'm gonna start up the bow thruster. In the meantime, our oil pressure is good. It's charging. I'm going to put this on pause for a sec. Just want to check out the bow pressure. Okay, we're back on. Looks like the battery isolator switch was not turned on for the bow thruster. Let's give it a try. There we go. Alright, that's working. Let's put the cameras on. We'll enable the pings. So get the depth sounder working. 9.2 feet. All right. Looks like we are good. Okay, we're ready to go. Short hop, but let's see if we can make it there. Okay. All right, hopefully it's like riding a bike. So far, oil pressure good. Temperatures are going up. Volts are good. There's been a bit of wind coming down the fairway here. But we should be able to compensate. At this speed, of course, I really don't use the steering. It's all done with my engine. So obviously I don't have enough momentum for the rudders to make much of a difference. Okay, I see the boys are waiting me at the dock. Let's see if we can do it as smooth as we did at the end of the season. Yeah, a little bit. And the wind should just be able to take me off the dock. Nice and slow. We're good? All right, great. Okay, we made it. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, so we made it. We're set for season of 2024. And hopefully it's just a minor thing where it looks like a small T broke off the pump. I guess the strainer, one of the strainers for the air conditioners. So we turned the seacock off on that, and hopefully they'll be able to get that part sooner than later. Don't think anything should sink as of this point, but that's boating life for you, right? Nothing ever goes perfect. So, okay. that was a bit of an adventure for today. But all in all, it went fairly smooth. No collisions with the dock. Like I mentioned, we just have to get a new T-fitting for the air conditioner strainer pump, I guess it would be. And hopefully that can be done sometime next week. In the meantime, I just have to plug in the power, set up the kayaks. It looks like I've got a wrong setting or maybe a wrong connection for my Bimini solar panel, but we'll get that taken a look at as well. And then hopefully at that point, everything is good to go. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for Launch 2024. Hopefully you picked up a few things, entertained a little bit. But please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, so that will encourage me to do more of these videos for you. And again, thanks for watching. Take care.